Few Footsteps Mystery Theater presents the adventures of William Ruby, private detective, brought to you by Fizzles. Fizzles, the medicine for when your tummy has fizzled out. Powerful doctor-recommended ingredients are contained in a powder that turns into effervescent relief in liquid. Just 2 spoonfuls in a glass of water will bring you back to your normal, bubbly self. And you'll love the peach flavor. Ask your druggist for Fizzles today.
Hi, Will Ruby here. You probably already know who I am, but just in case you're new here, I'm a private detective. Pretty good at it too. Good enough to have a decent flat in Hollywood, a car that's paid off, and money left over to take my favorite girl out for dinner more than occasionally. I can even save for a vacation. Saving for a vacation and actually taking that vacation are 2 different things, though. People keep begging for my services. If they're willing to pay, how can I refuse? This one time, somebody didn't request my help. They just took it. Took my brother George's, too. All we wanted were a few stress-free days at the family lake cabin. Instead, we got the murder case of our lives.
No work, no family, just 3 days of nothing but fishing. I don't know if I ever needed a trip so badly.
You know, lucky that Dolores took the kids to see her mother. That murder trial was that tough, huh?
Yeah, for a lot of reasons.
I bet. It's bad enough when anyone's murdered, but when it's a well-liked guy like Councilman Sherman Reed and the murderer is his wife, it has to be bad, tragic, and sensational.
Yeah, it was all that and more. The DA really had it out for the wife, and I have no idea why. She was quiet and very polite.
Oh, so it was an open and shut case against her.
The evidence was compelling, but no, not open and shut. I wasn't totally convinced she did it, to be honest, but Landon was, and he convinced the chief, so I was outvoted. Landon did not like my testimony at all, as it raised doubts. I just told the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
He still got his conviction, so he shouldn't be that mad.
No, he didn't. He wanted her to get the gas chamber, but apparently my testimony was enough for the jury to reduce the sentence to life in prison. But enough about that. What I want to know is why you're not in Hawaii with Roberta right now. You were supposed to leave yesterday, I thought.
We were. Then the head writer of Stephen Shepard, Undercover Cop, quit unexpectedly with a script only partly finished. Because it's a popular show, the producers wanted the best to jump in. There isn't anyone better than Roberta.
Not when it comes to writing radio dramas, there isn't. You'll excuse me if I think my wife is the best at everything else.
Well, Dolores does put up with you. That should earn her all kinds of awards.
Very funny. Put the radio on, would you? I want to hear what the traffic is like.
Local police and state troopers have joined forces to capture the fugitive who escaped when the bus that was transporting her to prison was involved in an accident. They've asked all citizens to be on the lookout for her. She is 5'4", dark hair, blue eyes, wearing a beige linen suit and pale green blouse. It is possible that she is driving. A 1947 black Ford was stolen near the accident. If you see her, do not approach. Call the police immediately. In other news, an accident has been reported on the 10 freeway just east of downtown. A truck full of chickens.
Oh, shut it off. That's all I needed to know. We're gonna have to go the long way. The 10 is gonna be backed up for hours.
Nah, that's okay. Fish will still be there. Who do you think escaped?
Don't know, don't care. I'm sure they'll get whoever it is.
Do you still have a police radio in this car?
No. Why?
Because there's been a 47 black Ford following us since you picked me up. I didn't think much about it until I heard that report.
What? Why didn't you say something?
I figured we'd just lose whoever it was once we got on the freeway.
I'll lose them now. I know this area well between my old beat days and spending a lot of time around here lately. Crime scene for that court case was a house not far from here. Hang on.
It's still there.
Can you see the driver?
No. They're wearing dark clothes and a hat pulled low. Oh, they're small, whoever they are. I'll get a much better look in a sec, though.
What do you mean?
They're about to hit us.
Well. Oh, you okay? Well.
George, give me back my teddy bear. Oh, this does not look like our cabin. George.
What the... what happened? Oh, why am I tied up?
I don't know. I am too. Oh, the last thing I remember, we were in the car, and the car behind us was about to smash into us.
Oh, right. Any idea where we are? All I can see is a door.
Well, we're in a living room, tastefully done in the newest styles and soothing shades of celadon and lemon, though I think the ropes wrapped around us clash.
Celadon and lemon? Oh, this is the house where the murder happened.
Oh, you don't say. I had a funny feeling it might be. Well, seeing as we're stuck here, for now anyway, and it's probably going to be relevant, tell me about the case.
What? Now? We need to get out of here.
Hey, if you can figure out how to do that, let me know. I've been working on these knots ever since I came to, and they're not budging.
I see what you mean. Fine, just don't stop trying. The victim was Sherman Reed, 42, had been a member of the city council for about a year. He was also the owner of Apogee Services, an acquisitions company, whatever that means. I don't have any first-hand experience with him, but apparently he was well-liked in both the council and in business.
Except by his wife.
Except by his wife. There were several accounts during the trial of hostility between them. She even admitted their marriage was acrimonious, but insisted she'd never kill him.
When did the murder happen?
Almost exactly a year ago. He was found right about where we are. He'd been shot 12 times.
12? Seems like overkill.
Very funny. Seemed like anger to me. Who could get that angry at someone? Unfortunately for the wife, along with the motive, she also had no alibi.
No, I didn't have an alibi. I didn't really have a motive either.
Ah!
George, there's a woman in this room.
Not just any woman. I'm Janet Reed, the one who did not kill my husband.
Mrs. Reed. Escaping from custody and kidnapping a police officer and a private detective is not going to help your case.
It might. The sentences for those two crimes are much lower than that for murder.
Ooh, she got you there, big brother.
I understand why you escaped, but why did you kidnap us?
Because you're smart, Lieutenant Ruby, and because you believe I'm innocent. I could tell you had doubts even as you arrested me. I'm sure your brother is smart too. I've heard about his cases. You two are going to prove I didn't commit murder, and you're going to prove who did do it. You'd never do it if I just asked. So, here we are.
That's gonna be hard all tied up like this.
I'll untie you in a minute. There are rules you need to know first.
Rules? You think this is a game? Let me tell you, Mrs. Reed.
No! I'm going to tell you, Lieutenant Ruby. I know there's not much time before your people figure out where we are. It is imperative that you find the truth before they do, for more than one reason. Do you remember what my profession was?
No.
I was a scientist. A really good scientist. During the war, I specialized in explosives. A couple of years ago, I rigged all of the windows and doors in this house to explode if breached. I never activated it. It was just something I did on a whim. During the time you were unconscious, I turned it on. Any attempt to open any of them will set off all of the devices. There is another explosive hidden in the house that will go off at midnight. There is a detonator on my person. It's wired to me so that any attempt to pull it off will push the button.
George, she's telling the truth. I can see it.
Of course I am. I've been telling the truth all along. Just so you know, it's 5 p.m. now. That gives you 7 hours to find the real killer.
Oh, nothing like setting low stakes. If we don't come to the solution by then, won't you get blown up too?
Yes. But that's better than spending my life in jail for something I didn't do.
You're asking the impossible. How can we do anything without clues or at least notes about the case?
I have notes. They're in my office. I also have a couple of witnesses. Live witnesses. Let's go see them. Stay still while I untie you.
Oh, that's definitely better. All right, who are these witnesses?
You'll see.
Janet? What on earth? Lieutenant Ruby? You're here too?
Obviously.
Why are we here? Why was the door locked? What is this all about?
You tell him, Lieutenant. I'm done talking. I'll be nearby just in case. The notes are in the bottom right drawer of my desk. You now have 6 hours and 55 minutes.
6
What
hours,
is happening?
55 minutes for
How is-
what?
Listen, I
What's
don't
going
understand.
on?
I thought you said
Shut up! We don't have time for nonsense!
What my charming big brother means is that Mrs. Reed, who I'm going to call Doc out of respect for her title, is still insisting she's innocent, and she's kidnapped all of us to find the real murderer. We only have until midnight to figure it out. We don't, the whole house goes kablooey with us in it. Now look, I know almost nothing about this case, so let's start with who you two are.
I'm Diana Arthur. I was Mr. Reed's secretary at Apogee.
I'm Patrick Craig. I'm a council member. I also own an auto dealership. Who are you?
Will Ruby, private detective by trade. So who do you two think killed Reed?
Janet, of course. No one else had a motive.
I don't agree. Sure, Janet had the strongest motive, but a lot of other people were angry with him. Wayne Ridley, for instance. He was Mr. Reed's business partner and friend for years, but when he fell on hard times and needed a loan, Mr. Reed wouldn't help him.
Maybe you're right. I did hear about that. I heard something else, too. I heard Sherman was trying to bribe Len Fisher to get his subcommittee to approve a friend's construction bid, and Len wasn't biting. In fact, he was incensed that Sherman even tried. I came into the end of an argument between the two just before Sherman was killed.
Oh, great. That's 3 people with motives now. Why didn't anyone tell me any of this a year ago? Everyone, including you two, said he was a good guy and had no enemies.
I didn't think it was right to speak ill of the dead. I didn't think it would matter, as it seems so obvious that Janet was the one.
I didn't think it was appropriate to air that kind of dirty laundry. It would have ended up in the news, and the council will not allow bad publicity.
Oh, sure, a soon-forgotten article is so much more important than an innocent woman's life. If we weren't stuck here, I'd be hauling both of you to the station. Since we are stuck, you're going to tell me your stories again. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If I find out that anything you tell me is a lie or omitted even a single word, so help me God. Miss Arthur, I'll start with you. Let's go to the corner with the easy chairs. Mr. Craig, go find a book or something. Just stay away from us.
I'll start going over the notes.
Well, as you don't know the case, maybe I should help you.
Oh, no. I don't think that would be a good idea for a lot of reasons. Just do what the nice lieutenant said, or you'll find out how not nice he can be. Wow, this is quite a stack. There is no way I can read all this before midnight. I'll just flip through it and see what catches my eye. Let's see. City councilman victim in brutal murder. Sherman Reed, 42, was found dead in his home last night. He was found by his wife, Dr. Janet Reed, former head research scientist for the Army, had returned from attending a lecture when she found the body of her husband. Lieutenant George Remy of Homicide announced that the investigation was ongoing and information would be released shortly, though this reporter discovered that the victim had been shot 12 times. 12. That's what George said earlier. Did the killer empty his gun into him, then reload and empty it again? Or were there two guns? Hey, George!
What? I'm busy.
One gun or two?
One gun or two?
Yeah, a typical revolver holds 6 bullets, 12 is 6 times 2. Were the bullets from the same gun?
You know you're the first person who was asked that question. 2. And no, neither gun was ever found. Another reason why I didn't think the wife did it.
Interesting. Well, as you were. Okay, 2 guns. 2 people? Let's see if there are any notes about that. Oh, good. Here are the police notes. Oh, I'd know George's handwriting anywhere. The body was found facing the windows, no sign of a struggle. The front door, according to Janet Reed, was locked when she came home. All that points to a killer familiar to the victim. Any drinks or anything sitting nearby? No, but it appeared the glasses and decanter on the drinks cart had been moved, again, according to Janet. Huh.
What are you doing?
I want to ask Mrs. Dr. Reed a question.
What? You can't do that.
Why not? She's not going to kill me. Not yet, anyway. Or are you afraid of what she'll tell me?
You wanted something?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. And I'd like to see that crime scene again.
Come. I'd say I'm sorry you got stuck in this, but I'm not. You're the only disinterested party. And I understand you're quite the genius when it comes to detective work.
Well, what I do isn't very different than what you do, Doc. There's a question that needs to be answered. I find the answer.
Thanks for the nickname. Sherman never acknowledged my status or my work. Your observation is simplistic, but basically accurate. You don't seem scared. Why not?
Who says I'm not? I'm a lot of things right now. I've just pushed the fear into the background until I need it.
Smart. Very smart. Don't lose that fear. My hand is on the detonator, and nothing you say or do will remove it. So what are your questions?
Okay. Let's start with, who do you think did it?
I don't know. I honestly don't. Sherman and I were married in name only, at least for the last few years. He became obsessed with getting on the city council and lobbied hard until he was elected. When he wasn't doing that, he was at his company. I don't know why he wanted to be on the council so bad. The power, I guess.
Probably. Why did you bring Diana and Patrick here?
I wanted Lieutenant Ruby to interview them again. I believe they left things out of their testimony. They came out of their own accord, you know. All I had to do was call them, and they came running. And they must not have called the police, because no one's come.
Huh. That's true. All's quiet out there. For now, anyway. They're bound to think of this place eventually. So, this is where it happened. What position was he in when you found him?
He was on the floor on his back with his head toward the door. If he'd been standing, he would have been facing the windows.
And he was shot in the front, so he must have known his killer, and he must have trusted them. He didn't expect them to shoot him anyway. Were the curtains drawn?
That's funny. I don't remember. I thought I remembered everything about that night, but I don't remember that.
Well, they're closed now. Take a look at them. Does it seem right?
I don't... No, it doesn't. There's a street light down the block that shines in here at night. We usually kept the curtains drawn when we were home because of it, but we left them open when we were out. We thought the light in the room would deter thieves. They were open that night. I remember now because I remember the light beam across Sherman's face. But that wouldn't make sense.
Why?
Sherman said he was staying home, that he had work to do. The curtains should have been closed.
So he must have gone out. But you said items on the drink cart had been moved. I saw that in the notes.
I'm sure they had. Sherman was very particular. Everything had to be in its proper place. It was almost an obsession. He was constantly adjusting things around the house so they were straight and evenly spaced. The bourbon decanter was at an angle, and the glasses around it instead of in a line on the edge of the cart. Even during a party, he'd fix that. I noticed it even before I noticed him and wondered who'd been here. But he would have closed those curtains if he'd been home. I'm also sure of that. None of this makes sense.
Well, it could be the killer knew some of his habits, but not all of them. The streetlight could come up in casual conversation, but I doubt someone would confess an obsession like excessive neatness. So they opened the curtains to make it seem like he went out, but didn't know to straighten the cart.
You could be right about that. Of course, Landon dismissed my observation about the drinks cart as soon as he walked in.
Whoa. Landon was here?
He came in shortly after the police got here. Is that not normal?
No, but it's not unheard of. It was a big case, as your husband was a council member, and Landon loves publicity. You've given me a lot of food for thought.
Does that mean you believe me?
I'm starting to. Well, back to the office. I've got some pondering to do.
I'm going to keep that door locked for now. Knock if you need me.
You're back? Why didn't you try to escape?
Because I didn't want to blow up my brother. She's not kidding about the explosives.
No, she isn't. She's a real expert. Mr. Reed told me all about her work. I'm scared. Is there any chance of getting out of here alive?
Of course. I even think the odds have tipped a little in our favor.
Oh?
Over here, big brother. No offense to you two, but I'm not ready to show my hand to everyone just yet.
Did you find something?
Nothing concrete, but a lot of little things that don't add up. Do you remember if the curtains were closed or open?
Curtains? Of course I don't. Hey, wait a minute. They were open. I remember there was a streak of light from the streetlight right across the body.
Doc always said they closed the curtains when they were home, but opened when they were out so that the streetlight could shine in. According to her, Reed was supposed to be home working that night.
Come to think of it, the secretary told me that too. I just assumed he was. But you think he may have been out and came back with someone?
No. It's that drinks cart. Doc says her husband was very particular about things being set just right and that the decanter and glasses were off. He was always straightening them, she said.
It's possible the killer got him before he could adjust them.
No, I don't think so. I think those glasses were washed and put back on the cart before you got there, and not by Janet. She would have made sure to put them back exactly, if just by habit. I think the killer knew about the curtain routine and opened them to make it seem like he'd been out, then was ambushed on his return. Did you examine everything in that living room at the time?
We searched for the guns, but I don't think we moved everything in there.
Yeah, that's another thing. If the doc did it, when did she have time to hide the guns? Why would she hide the guns?
Yeah, that occurred to me too, and the big reason I had my doubts about her guilt. Landon said it didn't matter, that we had enough without the guns.
Yeah, Doc said Landon showed up that night. Why?
To get in my way, that's all he did anyway.
How often does he show up at crime scenes?
Not very. I just figured he showed up that night because a politician was killed.
Maybe. Or maybe he had another reason. How did he know about it anyway?
Yeah, as a police scanner, he likes to know what's going on.
In case of a chance to get his mug in the paper. Did you get anything out of those two?
I've only interviewed Miss Arthur so far. Get this. Reed was thinking about selling Apogee. He told Miss Arthur that he wanted to concentrate on his civic duty, as he called it. She thought that was odd, but not odd enough to mention it at the time.
Because Landon had everyone convinced the wife did it. Did you ever look at Reed's books or his personal papers?
Yes, I didn't find anything of interest.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're not kidding. If they try to rush in... Mrs. Reed, the police are about to surround this place. You better let me talk to them before they break the door down.
They would, wouldn't they? Shoot first, ask questions later. Come.
So the police get here. What can they do?
Oh, they'll try negotiating, which won't do any good. Then they'll just stand there.
So we're doomed. We're going to die!
Whoa. Nobody's dying on my watch, especially not me. Let's work on the problem at hand. Doc asked you to come here for a reason. What do you think that reason is?
I don't know.
Calm down. You're overreacting even for this situation. What are you trying to hide?
Me? I'm not trying to hide anything.
Right. So answer a few questions truthfully. How well did you know Sherman Reed?
Fairly well. We were in the same graduating class at USC, and we're both members of the Wilshire Country Club.
Good. So you've known him a while. What do you know about his company, Apogee?
He was a consultant for companies that wish to merge.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it. I know what acquisitions means. Sometimes it's civil. More often than not, one company is in financial trouble and the other one wants to take it over at a steep discount.
Sherman preferred the friendly ones, but he worked on some of the hostile ones too. He was just the broker. He didn't do anything wrong.
That's not completely true.
Diana?
Sherman is dead, Mr. Craig. Anything I say can't hurt him now. Sherman Reed was a ruthless man when he had to be, Mr. Ruby. If he liked a client, he did anything he could to get them what they wanted. Anything. Some of the companies that were taken over, the ones in financial trouble, as you called it, weren't before Sherman took on their competitor as a client, if you know what I mean. That's when he wasn't so nice.
Do you remember any of the clients he wasn't nice to?
I don't know. There were so many.
Let's start at the end. Do you remember who the client was when he was killed?
Oh, yes. A company called Action Enterprises. They wanted to buy a smaller company called, let me think. Oh, right. Angel View Properties. I remember now. Sherman, Mr. Reed, took the job, but he was trying to get out of it just before he died. He never told me why, but I got the feeling there was something too rotten in the deal, even for him. He told me he wanted to fold the company to concentrate on his political career, but I could tell that wasn't the truth. He was afraid of something, I'm sure of it.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. I wonder where Reed's books are. Probably deep in the recesses of the evidence locker downtown.
Will Ruby, are you all right?
Just ginger peachy, District Attorney Landon. And I'd like to stay that way, so please don't touch the windows.
I heard. Don't worry, I've arranged a perimeter 20 feet away. Are the others with you?
If by others you mean Miss Arthur and Mr. Craig, yes, and they're ginger peachy too.
Good. Is there anything I can do?
Oh, I don't know. Praying might be good. I don't know what else you could do.
I'll try and think of something.
Yeah, you do that. In the meantime, I'll work on doing what Doc wants and finding out who really killed Sherman Reed.
She did. There's no other answer.
Keep your voice down. The vibrations might shake the windows enough to set the bombs off.
Yes. Just remember, Janet Reed is the one who killed her husband. No one else. Move back, men. No one is to come inside the perimeter.
Well, that was interesting. Miss Arthur, did the district attorney have any dealings with Mr. Reed?
Not that I know of. Not at the office, anyway. He did take on a couple of projects outside that never made it onto the books, though he'd marked the calendar when he was working at home. At least I think they were projects. He didn't talk about them to me directly. I only overheard bits of conversations every now and again.
Do you remember any of what you heard? Take a minute to think. George! I take it you convinced Landon not to ram his way in?
Only barely. You make any headway here?
Yeah, I think so.
You must have found out something good.
I don't know yet. Diana said Reed took on a job he didn't like and was trying to get out of it right at the time he was killed. She also said he took on jobs that weren't on the company books. She's trying to remember what she overheard about all that.
Oh, these idiots. Why didn't she tell us any of that a year ago?
maybe she forgot, or maybe she was afraid, but she's more afraid of dying right now. Yeah, here's another thing to chew on. Landon came over to see if I was okay. When I said I was working on who really killed Reed, he went apoplectic, said Doc killed him and there was no other answer. Sounds like a man who knows more than he's letting on to me.
Yeah, I thought that a year ago, but I had no proof of any connection. I had no proof of anyone with a connection that would result in murder. That's what we need, Will. Solid proof. I just don't know how we're going to get any in here.
Is Doc outside the door?
I think so. She got pretty agitated when Landon showed up.
Wait, just Landon? Or the whole squad?
Good question.
Doc, can we see a minute?
What is it?
In the hall where there are fewer ears. All right, couple of things. Did you know the district attorney before the murder?
Not really. I met him a couple of times at fundraiser dinners. Why?
Just wondering. Did your husband know him?
Yeah, but they weren't friends, if that's what you're trying to get at. Again, why?
I don't know yet. Just trying to work things out. Next question. Did Sherman keep an office here or any paperwork?
Yes to both, but everything of note was taken by the police.
Maybe not. Where's his office?
Down here. I don't know what you can find in here. The lieutenant was very thorough in his search. Not a dig, Lieutenant. I know you were just doing your job.
Did you check the desk drawers for false bottoms, Lieutenant Thorough?
Yes. We also went through all of the books in the bookcase, the sofa, and the chair cushions, and looked at the backs of all the paintings and photos.
I still think there's something hidden in here. If he was afraid of someone, he wouldn't leave important items in his company office.
Sherman? Afraid of someone? Hardly likely.
Yeah, you just had a thought. I can see it.
The night before his murder. Don't know why I didn't think of it before. He was very distracted. I usually didn't pay him much attention, but this was so blatant I noticed. I asked him what was wrong. He just shrugged it and me off. I had a meeting to get to, so I didn't pursue it. Then that happened, and I forgot all about it.
Distracted thoughtful or distracted worried?
Both, I think. But, like I said, I never found out why.
All the more reason to find those hidden files.
I want to keep an eye on those cops. I'll leave you to it.
Locked us in again. She doesn't trust anyone, does she?
I don't blame her. We all failed her. Where do we start?
The walls, I think. There must be a secret recess somewhere if you didn't find anything anywhere else. Just do it quietly. We don't know how sensitive those explosives are.
Will?
Yes, big brother?
If anything, bad should happen, and you get out okay? Hey, Dolores really is the best, and she and the kids...
Hey. Of course, George.
Thanks.
Not that it's going to happen. We'll figure this out before midnight, and if we don't, just give those explosives one of your trademark growls. That'll scare them into submission.
Very funny.
Hey, I think this may be it. And I thought this was just an alcove for his dictionary. Oh, this pedestal weighs a ton. Give me a hand. Oh.
Hey, the pedestal isn't heavy. It's bolted to the floor, you dope. It must be the latch. Feel for a button or something.
George, you're a genius. Who knew?
Shut up. Is there anything in there?
No. Yes.
What'd you find?
A thick envelope.
The acquisition of Angelview properties by Action Enterprises.
Hey, Diana was just telling me about that. It was a project Reed was trying to get out of. See any reason why?
It would take too long to read this whole thing. Wait a minute. Whose name do you see in this paragraph? Here?
Oh, I see Patrick Craig's name, big brother.
So do I, little brother. Shall we go find out why we're seeing Patrick Craig's name?
Oh, absolutely, big brother.
You found something.
We found something. Now to find out what it means. Back to your office.
I think I'll stay for this one.
Have you solved it?
Not quite, but we're a lot closer. Mr. Craig, what's your role in Action Enterprises?
None. I have nothing to do with that company. I never even heard of it until Diana mentioned earlier.
That's not what this document says. It names you as a partner.
What? Let me see that.
Look, but don't touch. Mentions you. Right there, see?
What? It names everyone on the city council except for Sherman. I swear to you, Lieutenant Ruby, I don't know a thing about this. And I'm willing to bet none of my fellow councilmen knew about it either. What exactly is this company?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I'm not seeing a description or details here. Do you remember, Miss Arthur?
No, because I didn't have anything to do with that project either. It was one of Mr. Reed's private projects. I just know they wanted to acquire Angel View properties.
Oh, yeah. Angel View. Let's see if that company is mentioned in these papers.
It's probably some gangster-affiliated group. Oh, when this comes out, my career will be ruined. This is awful. Janet, why couldn't you just go to prison? This would have all been buried like it should have been.
Aw, he fainted.
Shouldn't we do something for him?
Let sleeping councilman lie. At least he won't be moaning at us anymore. We don't have time for that. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's after 11 already.
What? Oh no, this is hopeless. We're all going to die.
Oh, not another one. Go sit down and leave us to it. Please. Now!
Not yet. Oh, wait. Here's something about Angel View Properties. It's a small investment firm owned by Pedro and Jose Vasquez. There's a list of their properties. Oh, they don't have a lot. A row of shop fronts down on 9th Street, an apartment house on Hauser, another one in Venice, and some kind of building on the corner of Sunset and Grove. I can't tell what it is.
It don't sound worthy of a hostile takeover to me. Unless one of those properties has special meaning to someone.
The real person or people behind Action Enterprises has an ulterior motive, for sure. Miss Arthur, are you sure you don't know anything about any of this?
I'd really wish you call me Diana. And yes, I'm sure.
How about you, Doc? I know you said your husband kept his work to himself, but maybe he mentioned something in passing, or you overheard something?
No, not that I can think of. Wait a minute. What was the address of that last property you mentioned?
Sunset Corner Grove. The actual street address is 6998.
That's ringing a bell.
For me, too. There's something about that address, but I can't think of what it is.
What happened?
You had a fit of the vapors. I suggest staying where you are in case it happens again. You have any idea of what's on the corner of Sunset and Grove?
No, I don't think so.
Try 6998 Sunset Boulevard.
6998 Sunset? That does sound familiar, but I can't think why.
Oh, great. Now 3 of us can go nuts over it.
Whoa, never fear, big brother. I, your sweet, charming, handsome little brother, has the answer. It's in black and white. Right here.
What? Where? That photograph?
That photograph. That photograph of 6998 Sunset Boulevard showing the tenant of the building and an interesting group of men posing in front of it.
That's a boxing gym, isn't it? Who's in front of it? Looks like a bunch of thugs.
Right on all counts. That is a boxing gym. A boxing gym run by and for certain, how shall we say, notorious figures, some of whom are right there.
Oh, they're not all thugs. The one in the middle, is District Attorney Landon.
Makes him a thug in my eyes, especially when you realize that's a check in his hand. A check the head of those notorious figures is handing him.
Looks like a motive to me, Lieutenant Ruby.
Looks like one to me too, Mr. Ruby. Unfortunately, it's not enough. We need solid proof.
Bet we could find it. But not before midnight, because we need to go to the Hall of Records, and they're not open at this time of night, and we can't go anywhere anyway.
So, you failed. You've come so close, but you failed.
Not necessarily. I have an idea. Will, can you forget I'm a straight-by-the-book cop for, about half an hour?
Seeing as all our lives depend on it, yes.
Will the rest of you be willing to back me up completely? I have an idea as to how to get this wrapped up, but it's going to depend on your help and some things that may be considered, in a certain light, illegal. If anyone found out, the case could get thrown out of court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
If what you're planning gets us out alive, I'm all for it.
You know I'm going to say yes.
Good. All right, before I tell you my idea, I need to know one thing. Miss Reed, can you disarm the windows and doors without anyone outside knowing?
Yes.
Great, this'll work. Gather close. I don't want anyone outside to hear this. All right, first we need to...
Lieutenant Ruby, are you still all right? Where are you?
We're all okay, and we've moved to the living room, except for Will, who's doing one last search. Please keep your voice down. The explosives, remember?
Right. But you're running out of time.
We are fully aware of that, Dwight. Believe me.
Are you doing anything to effect our rescue, Mr. Landon? I can't imagine you are, as you're still right outside this house.
Pipe down, Craig. You know they're doing all that they can.
There's not much we can do, Mr. Craig, not without knowing the types of explosives. If there's any way we can get you out of there, we'll do it. That's a promise. It's really up to Lieutenant Ruby and his brother.
They can't do it on their own. We only have 20 minutes left.
Then it's up to your kidnapper. Please, Mrs. Reed, you know it's hopeless. Why kill innocent people? Let them go.
If I let the innocent people go, I'd have to let myself go as well.
You're not innocent. You did it. And you were convicted. Give up.
Hey, George, look what I found. Old files that belong to Sherman Reed.
Oh, yeah? Where did you find them?
A secret niche. There's a big, fat envelope full of paperwork about a company called Action Enterprises. Diana, do you remember this company?
I remember the name, yes. They're...
No, don't mention Action. You can't.
Why ever not, Mr. Craig?
You just can't. It's too dangerous.
You say you found a file regarding Action Enterprises? I looked everywhere for that.
You did? Why? How did you even know about it, Dwight?
I was getting ready to investigate them. I heard rumors that they weren't on the up and up. Have you examined that file?
Oh, not yet, but we're about to. Anything we should look for?
No, don't look at it. I need that for my investigation.
Oh, you sound a little too close to the window, Mr. Landon. Remember, vibrations could set off the explosives. We need to look at it. It might have the information we need to get out of here in one piece.
No! If you so much as glance at a page, I'll have you arrested!
Is that before or after we blow up?
I say we look.
So do I.
Will's right. We've got nothing to lose. Go on and open it up, Will, and make sure to read it out loud so District Attorney Landon and all my fellow police officers can hear exactly what it says. That way, even if we die, they'll know the truth.
No!
Oh! That bullet missed me by an inch.
Oh, look! He tripped and fell through the window and he fired and he dropped his gun. I've got it now, Landon, and it's aimed right at your chest, so don't even think about moving. Grab him, big brother.
Oh, with pleasure.
You didn't explode. You said the windows were rigged with explosives.
They are. I disarmed them.
I killed Reed to keep him from blabbing. He was going to turn me in. He went to the gym to take reference photos and caught me taking money from the bondies in one of his shots. All he had to do was give me that picture, but he wouldn't. He said I went too far and I needed to pay.
Now his wife is turning you in. We lied about not reading the file, by the way. We read it, all of it. Dwight Landon, you're under arrest for murder, attempted murder of a police officer, extortion, taking bribes as a city official, and a whole bunch more. Sergeant Fillion, glad to see you. Please take the former district attorney away and find him a nice cozy jail cell.
With pleasure, sir. I never liked this guy. The rest of the guys don't like him either.
I'm afraid I have to arrest you too, Mrs. Dr. Reed.
I know, but it won't be for murder.
No, and once we've presented this evidence, your murder conviction will be reversed. Let's go catch up to the rest of the police.
Friends, I suggest we walk quickly as far as we can from here.
Why? Janet disarmed the explosives.
She disarmed the security explosives. She didn't say anything about the big bomb. It's 11:59. Do you want to stay and find out if it's still armed? Oh, a fishing pole, a bucket of worms, and thou beside me in a leaky old boat. Oh, this is living, big brother.
Ooh. Sure is, little brother.
So, Landon made a full confession, huh?
Oh, in exchange for protection. Bondi brothers aren't going to be happy when they find out the acquisition isn't going to happen, and why. We've arranged protection for the Vasquezes, too. The city council was cleared of any involvement, by the way. Landon had put their names on the paperwork in case he needed other people to blame. Or, blackmail.
Hey, you two! I can hear the shop talk all the way over here. Cut it out! And hurry up with those fish. We're all starving over here.
So Dolores abandoned her own mother the instant she heard about your close call and came right home. She's really that nuts about you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, lucky me. And I'm that nuts about her. It's nothing like a family, especially when it's your own. You should try it sometime.
I'm not against the idea. Well, one of these days.
Hey, by the way, about the other night, when I asked you, just in case, thanks.
You bet, big brother. All kidding aside, I got your back. Forever. Thanks for being my big brother.
Wasn't my choice. But I'm glad I am. Oh, I think I got one!
Yes, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Thank you for listening to the adventures of William Ruby, private detective, brought to you by Fizzles. Fizzles, the medicine for when your tummy has fizzled out. Remember, just 2 spoonfuls in a glass of water will bring you back to your normal bubbly self. Just 25 cents for the small size. Fizzles. Tonight's episode was brought to life by Genevieve Grady-Grot, Val Kuhns, Max Levine, Mike Luce, and Richard Tatum. The script was written by Val Kuhns. Sound editing by Val Kuhns. This has been a Q Footsteps production.